Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless, guys. Where I left off last time I was looking for the relay. I had a theory that it was closer than we thought. Everyone said it's near Empyrean, so it is. It's very much near Empyrean, and we can go through at any point in time. It leads basically, it's right here. London is basically attached to it. We can present ourselves to customs. We have nothing to hide. And we are free to leave. It's gonna cost us 200 sovereigns. We have lots of money. I'm not too concerned about the money. The burrower below is displeased with us. That's not good, but at least we can leave. That is important. We'll worry about the burrower below later. We can finally go back to the Reach where it's sort of safe. And we'll come back to Eltimar later. Eltimar, yeah, I should say. Alright. We're gonna go back to Albion. A pistol has vanished from the armory. Knives are disappearing. The signs of insurrection. We're gonna get our nightmare up, but we're gonna lower our terror by a lot. And now we're back here. And now, unfortunately, we have just a monstrous distance to go back home, and we're going to do that. But I'm going to just pause and do a jump cut to where we do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up Hybris, and we're going to go to Thamir and Plenty's, probably, and then maybe Traderwood, Port Avon, New Winchester, and then all the way back to Port Prosper. I think we have a quest to do somewhere near Port Prosper, don't we? Sweet Jane's requests? Nope, that's not it. We have a lot of quests going on, unfortunately. Yeah, thank you, Bear. We have to deliver 3 barrels of unseasoned dowers to the Broken Steward on the Clockwork Sun. We'll do that as soon as we get back to Albion. Perdurance wants us to deliver a jeweled eye to alleviate her family's work world debts to Brabazon. We can do that on the way. I don't really know what else we can do about the boatman. We did sort of both the quests. We have to return to the sequencer at the Clockwork Sun eventually. We freed Half-Glass. We need to take him to Carillion, so we can do that in the Reach. That shouldn't be too hard. We need to go to the Blue Kingdom eventually. Long Passage. We need to go back to the Dead Kingdom for that too. Lustrum we're not too worried about. We can try to find the Chamberlain still. Work orders. We need 2 rolls of Thirsty Bombazine and 2 Uncanny Specimens. I think we have both of those, or we're pretty close. We need to talk to our aunt about the Christmas card she got. We never found Perancy yet, but we can go to Carillion. Okay, so we need to go do a bunch of things. We need to get 3 Chorister B souls though first. We can find tons of souls near Leadbeaters, probably, I'm guessing. So we'll hit Hybris, and then we'll go Thamir, Plenty's, Carillion, Lustrum. Leadbeater, Titania, Magdalene's. We'll just do a circuit. I'm going to do a quick cut though, and if there's anything exciting that happens during those times, we will load it up. Otherwise, I'll probably see you guys in Carillion. Okay, welcome back. We have arrived in Carillion. We're going to deliver the Half-Glass Empty first of all. When you explain the Empty's predicament, your rescued prisoner attracts a swarm of attention. The presiding Deviless descends to meet your rescued prisoner. She taps his glass eye with a fingernail. A sun-touched soul, she muses, an eager flash of tongue at her lips. Yes, we can take good care of him. The devils will care for him now. 2 attendants wheel out of bed and gently help the Empty climb in. We've got 1,000 experience, 2 selections of immaculate souls, and he's no longer our prisoner. Your last words with the Empty are awkward and brief. He was never much of a conversationalist. He thanks you, and he seems happy to leave it at that. When you return to your train, you find a nervous young man waiting outside with a barrel of souls. The Deviless told me to deliver these to you, he says. Said it was fair trade for such a patient. Interesting. Well, we are going to do other things here. We need to travel around Krillin. We need to do the princess thing, although we don't have the things for that yet, actually. Now that I consider that, what we need to do here. Although we can do more things here now. We still can't do the Garden of Insatiable Roses. We don't have Stained yet, but we do have Flickering. And we do have Clear. I don't know if we've done Endurance yet. But we do have Flickering, regardless. We visit the Terrace of Glass Statues. Nobody else on the passage to the terrace will admit that they know where they're going. What a curious figure, says an old man pointing at his own reflection. Here's hoping there aren't any other clowns of that nature where we're going, eh? He jabs you in the rib with his elbow. We fail to see our reflection anywhere. The mirrors are at such odd angles after all. There are various figures who look familiar, but not one of them is yourself. They're too tall, or too short, or too skinny, or too ill-dressed, or too foppish, or a bit too pleased with themselves. You've nothing in common with any of them. We can try and get the penance of inescapable truth, but our mirrors are really bad. Let's approach the grim penitent first. He seems oblivious to your presence. The man is slim, and there are circles under his eyes. Let's meet him. He shows no energy at all. He lifts his eyes when you seat yourself. It takes time to get him to speak. He finds the effort of conversation very hard going, but for the first few exchanges he confines himself to the weather at Krillin. Finally he tells you why he is here. Too many years I lived on the other side of a mirror, he says. So long that I forgot everything but that place and its ways. Where is and is not changed places. I took a companion, and endured his not love. It took me a long time to realize it for what it was. We are trying to assist a man who has had too much contact with the Finger Kings. What's a Finger King? We need excess 5 to get him free, or we need endurance 5. We don't have either of those yet. We don't have inescapable truth, sorry, but we could go get excess 5 or the other one. Where's excess? Actually, maybe we can't get excess. Excess is the one we can't get, but endurance we can absolutely get. Oh right, we only have a 50% chance though. Alright, let's try it out. We have 2 penances of endurance now. 3. Good. We need 6 total now. No, we got some terror. Yes, 4. We need 5 to cure him, and then 1 for us for later. Although, we are getting too much terror now. Okay. Well, we're at 5. Yay, okay, good. Whew. Let's go free that one guy. We'll get some experience or something, and we'll worry about that later. What's the penitent ape doing again? Oh, right, we need to give him a truth. Inescapable truth or excesses. That's another thing we haven't done yet. What does inescapable truth need? That's the mirrors one that we're in now, and it's really not good for us. Well, let's approach the Grim Penitent, and we will give him the Mirror-bound Penitent a little staying power. Endurance and the ability to come through things is necessary after the experience he's had. We got 500 experience, 5 sky stories, and we lost our penances. He considers the penance dubiously. It does look like a bit like a salami wizened behind a bookshelf for a few centuries. Then he overcomes his reticence and consumes it. He looks better almost right away. Energy restored, mood elevated, voice firmer. Where has he been? Someplace that belittled him. Not just a mirror, but a curved mirror that shows you smaller than you are. But he has come back from there now, and he's ready for a new adventure. He's heard legends of what's out there. He just needs to go and look. Cool. We got that done. Alright, we're gonna leave Krillin, because we don't really have much else to do here. And I don't really feel like getting more terror at the moment. We need to go kill some, oh crap, we only have 1 fuel. We need to go to Lustrum. It's close by. Undock. We're gonna back out of port because it's faster. We're gonna smack into the wall, as is tradition, and we're going this way. We need to go down to Lustrum now. Uh-oh. Well, good thing we bought that extra supply. We've also found the checkerboard garden. It's just below us. Our fuel is really low though currently. We need to get to Lustrum ASAP. but we'll be fine other than that. And then where are we off to? I guess we're just going to do a jump cut, because we are going to pause until we get all the way back to probably New Winchester, actually. Or, well, yeah, once we get New Winchester, I'll quickly see if there's anything there. But we're going to come back to Carillon. We're going to do Circuit and eventually circle back to Carillon, because I need to finish up the Princess's quest. Unfortunately, we need some Chorister Bee souls first, and we quite frankly don't have those at the moment. We're going to get those near Hybris, or not Hybris, Titania. So, back shortly. Welcome back, everyone. We are going to continue on our way. We stopped off at New Winchester. We're going to go head back down to Carillon. But before we do that, I wanted to ask about this Christmas card that we got for our inconvenient aunt. We're going to quiz our aunt. What has she gotten involved in, and what's with this Christmas card? One tick, dearie, just looking for, the clink of glass. Your aunt rises from an open suitcase clutching a dusty bottle of brandy. We've got to get to Pan in Eleutheria. Of course, that's where we have to go. I should have read this before. That's unfortunate. That's where February is, though she wasn't February when I knew her. She's my opposite number back in... Well, you want answers. February's on the calendar council. The revolutionary leadership. The Christmas card will get us into winter's reside. Your aunt brandishes the bottle. She has a fondness for brandy. I've been saving this for if I run into her again. It should get us in her good graces. She'll be able to tell us what went on at St. Dustin's. Oh dear, we have to go to Pan. We also need to do the princess thing too, so I mean, it's not like we don't have to go back to Eleutheria. I'm just hoping it wouldn't be so soon. We'll finish up the Carillon thing. Do we want to do more Albion stuff first? Or should we just go back to Eleutheria at this point? I mean, we did do a bunch of stuff here already. We could just go back to Eleutheria, I guess. See the Dark Sun. Go visit the station that we need to go to, Pan, and the one that the princess wants to go to. Pergamum or something like that? Piranesi, whatever it is. Anyways, we're gonna jump ahead to Carillon. I will be right back. Alright, we have arrived back in Carillon. We need to do the princess's thing. I'm not exactly sure where it is yet, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Maybe the overgrown shrine? Let's contemplate the statue, a terrifying visage, but with something comforting to offer too. Our terror has reduced. Good, good. Alright, let's talk to the princess. Clearly she's got to be... Nope, she doesn't have anything to say. Alright. Let's read our journal. Maybe it'll tell us. She has the bee soul she's needed, and she wants us to head to Carillon. Well, let's just go to each of the terraces and figure out which one she wants to go to. Not that one. Alright, next one. I actually didn't mean to do that, but okay. Apparently we purified our soul. And we can go back to the deprivation place. Nope. Nothing there. Checkerboard garden? No. Is this the... Oh. Okay. We still haven't found where we're supposed to go with this princess yet. Let's take a look at the other places we can go. So let's go back to Carillon Center. We're gonna go in the foyer. Maybe it's the presiding deviless that needs her. Yes. Have the devils forge a ring for the princess. The devils will forge a ring for the princess to borrow. All they need is the right souls, as in those of chorister bees. The devils set to work, the uncanny distillation of the ethereal insectoid souls segueing into the mysteries of constructing a stained glass with pure souls. The lead devil interrogates the princess as she watches, impatient. This will be a loan, princess. The ring must be returned with interest. You understand this, yes? Yes, says the princess. I understand everything. That's part of what being a princess is about. With some trepidation, the devils pass the perfect glass circle to her. She holds it up, abruptly enchanted by the swarm of souls swirling around its interior. Alright, now we can leave, I guess. We haven't done all of these yet, but eventually we will. And then we will do the exquisite insight thing, but we still can't get into the last piece of Corillon. We don't have a flickering soul, I think it is. Oops, that's the wrong one. If we go to travel around Corillon, we still have this, the stained soul. We haven't been able to get in there yet. Sometime, hopefully we'll get there. Let's talk to the princess. Nope, we need to do the Eleutheria part first, and we need to go there for our hunt anyways. We are going to quickly stop in and get some supplies because we cannot actually buy supplies at Hybris, which is the closest port to the Eleutheria transport. So let's just quickly... Oh, we can't buy fuel here either. But we're gonna come out where? Nowhere close to fuel, unfortunately. We can stop at Pulmir's, I guess, before we head up, but Pulmir's also doesn't have any fuel. This is the worst place to get to. You know what? Should be fine. 5 fuel. We can always burn people if we need to. You didn't hear me say that. I'm going to do a quick jump cut when we get to Pan, I guess. We have a bit of a ways to go. So, see you guys shortly. Alright, welcome back. We are at Pan. We're going to the Winter's Reside. And we'll probably end our video there after we do the event. Even though it might be a bit early. It's taken quite a while to get here, actually. It's gotten pretty late, so it's nearing bedtime. Let's go to the Concrake House. And we need to not do any of this because apparently we're not allowed in there. Let's go to the solitary cobbled street. We can negotiate for captivating treasure, apparently. Oh right, it costs a ton of things. We can also accept an offer to join the revolutionaries. You're steeped in the mysteries of Eleutheria, your knowledge is invaluable. Do them a service, and they will believe your ambitions align. And we will be able to join other factions. Is this the place where we're supposed to be? I thought it was Winter's Reside, although it might not be. Let's take a quick peek at our journal. It's our aunt, right? Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's just Eleutheria itself. Let's go to Pan. Or not Eleutheria. Pan itself. Let's go take a quick peek. I'm gonna shoot that. Apparently it does not move if you hit it with a giant blast of molten debris. It's just invincible. The binding tables have been found. Where do we need to go here? The station? Oh, there you go. Help your aunt find February. Your aunt's attempts to find out what happened at the St. Dustin's Rendezvous have led you to Winter's Reside and the Calendar Council. I sent back the card she's expecting us, your aunt said, leading you through the tumbled ruin of Pan, limed by pale moonlight. She's sending a coach for to wait here. Your aunt rummages in her handbag as you wait. Boiled sweet, she says hopefully. It looks as though it could crack your jaw. Suit yourself. The only sound as you wait is the crunch of the sweet. And then slowly and silently, a black carriage appears through the mist. The masked driver bids you enter the cabin. Your aunt does not hesitate to get in. Come along, she says impatiently, beckoning you inside. The sedan leaves you on the crooked street of Winter's Reside in front of a severe townhouse. The door is open and the lights are on. A handsome woman waits in the doorway to greet you. Her smile is wintry and her eyes are pale as new frost. I got your card, I'm willing to talk. Come inside. We go inside. Talk to February. She attended the Dunstan's rendezvous. She must be able to tell you what was discussed. Afraid I can't help, old thing, February says as she ushers you into her parlor. White moonlight floods in its great bay windows. Anything you can tell us, your aunt says before gasping, "Dearie me, I almost forgot." She fishes in her enormous handbag and produces the bottle of brandy for old time's sake. "How lovely," February murmurs. "I'll fetch some glasses." She leaves the two of you alone. Your aunt immediately starts rummaging under cushions. She's hiding something. "I was very junior at the time, practically a secretary," February's voice floats through. Your aunt stands up straight as February returns, carrying 3 glasses. February hands you each a glass of your aunt's brandy. "London did approach us about building an unclear bomb. We had an enemy in common, the masters of old London. The Calendar Council helped make them an unclear bomb. We used it to blow up the sun." She shrugs. "But that's ancient history. Not sure why you bothered me with all of this. Still, shall we raise a toast? To old acquaintances never forgot. Let's raise our glass. The brandy is amber as the death of a son." Your aunt's eyes are on February. February raises her brandy glass, like a conductor preparing her orchestra. "To the end of all tyrannies, to alliances forged, for the breaking of chains." Your aunt nods and begins to sip her brandy. Her expression is worrying, hazardous almost. Seeing her drink, February follows suit. Let's feign drinking. Better safe than sorry. You raise the glass to your lips and make as if to imbibe. Condensation from the glass drips onto your chin, and then you lower your brandy. "Does this taste a little off to you?" February asks, then keels over. Your aunt pours the remainder of her brandy onto the floor. "Dearie me, she's even more susceptible than I remembered. Very clever of you not to drink. Help me have a rummage through her papers, will you?" You spend a frantic few minutes searching February until you discover a folio concealed in her left boot. "This'll do," your aunt says. "Now let's make sure we're not seen leaving." We poisoned February and stolen her note. Good God. Alright, let's go talk to our aunt now. I'm sure she has something now to do. Help your aunt go through February's papers. The secrets of St. Dunstan's rendezvous are locked behind a nigh impenetrable cipher. Luckily, we have savage secrets, and we can use one for this. Piles of pages are strewn across her chamber. "I've been impersonating February in some correspondence to get more information," your aunt says in explanation. It's not like she's going to object. Working together, you discover the key to the cipher. Various calendars from the Roman to Revolutionary. From documents, you learn that February knew the final design for the bomb was held by Her Majesty's Privy Councillor. He died and is now interred in the most serene mausoleum. If we could find those designs, we'd know for certain what our government agreed to, the aunt says. Okay, we're off there. Not next, because we still have to do the princess thing while we're here. Which we will do probably tomorrow. We now know, by the way, because I picked up a thing. Caged catches for Piranesi. Piranesi is northwest of Pan. So we're off sort of in a northerly direction with a little bit of west. So somewhere up in this sort of area-ish up there. We'll do that tomorrow. So I think we're going to call it here. I know we're only at like 17-ish minutes, maybe 18 or something like that, but it is definitely bedtime, so we'll make this video just a tiny bit short. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.